Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Martha Alter Hines, and this is Living the One Light. All right. So today I'm actually recording this on January 11th, 2024. And earlier today was a very, 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 very powerful new moon in Capricorn. And I've already made a video talking about the astrology of this new moon, and I will link that video with this. So if you haven't seen that video, certainly go back and watch it. Highly recommend that. In this video, what I'm being asked to do, the spirit world is asking me to do, is actually to channel for you a guided something that they want to bring through for this new moon. And just like with anything that I channel, even if you're hearing this years from now, the channeling is like it's like the striking of a tuning fork, or like if you take flower essences or homeopathic remedy, it's like a vibrational medicine in a sense. So this is relevant for you anytime it calls to you. It doesn't need to be only on this day of this new moon, because most of you probably will be watching this after the day of the new moon. But just to review a little bit of the astrology of why this new moon is so powerful, and what the spirit world is saying is very pivotal in a sense. On a basic level, this new moon occurred at 20 degrees of Capricorn, and the nodes right this minute are at 20 degrees of Aries and Libra. So this new moon precisely exactly squared the nodes of the moon, again in Capricorn, and Pluto is at 29 degrees of Capricorn, about to enter Aquarius for the second time on January 20th. So in 9 days from now, when I'm recording this. So like I say in my full new moon video, which again, highly recommend you go back and watch, the energy of this new moon is really highlighting all the themes we've been having over the past several years, especially the last 3-ish, 4 years, 5 years, regarding this letting go of and unhooking from past karmic attachments, storylines, how our world has been structured, how our earth is structured, how our bodies are even structured, how our lives are structured, what we think we should do on every level. So we can see that going on in the world, probably feel it in our own lives. And we're not done with that process, but we are at a point now where we've really explored these topics a lot, probably. All of 2023 was powerfully about the Pluto squaring the nodes energetic, which is, an energy of the caterpillar going into the chrysalis, becoming the goop, and then starting to form into the butterfly. So right now, as Pluto is moving away from its square of the nodes of the moon, the way the spirit world shows me that is that now we're in the time where last summer, it was really the time where we came fully into the goop, totally dissolved. And now as a collective, the butterfly is forming in the chrysalis, and we're not fully the butterfly, we're not ready to fly yet, but we are we've started the new phase. It's forming in us. But as we're forming that new, we still have this need to unhook from the old. So this new moon energy, again, which is relevant anytime this is calling to you, not only on the day of this new moon, is powerful. It's like a powerful medicine, like a cosmic medicine, to deeply, on an intracellular level, on a subatomic particle level, and any part of our being, all parts of our being, to literally unhook storylines of previous soul level contracts, agreements, anything that has come before that maybe is still there from eons ago, from many, 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 many lifetimes ago, maybe something that our own soul lived out, maybe something in the collective unconscious that is there that we are somehow attached to, or something in our ancestral DNA line, whatever it happens to be. There are, kind of an infinite set of assumptions that we could still be carrying on a very, very, very unconscious, but even more deep than unconscious, just cellular levels. And the ultimate thing that the spirit world is conveying to me, and I'll let them speak in a second because they want to speak, is that on the ultimate level, what we have done when we've come into these incarnations on Earth is that we've allowed ourselves to forget our wholeness. So a lot of these storylines that no longer serve us are really storylines that are about a forgetting of our wholeness. And actually, and I just started to say the word forgiving when I was trying to say forgetting. So that maybe that was not a coincidence, because Saturn, which rules Capricorn, is currently in Pisces. So I guess I'm supposed to say this. So yeah, so this new moon is in Capricorn. Pluto is in the very, 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 very last degree of Capricorn. And that's ruled by Saturn in Pisces. Pisces is very much about letting go and forgiving. So there's probably this really key component of the forgiving energy in this opportunity, this pivotal moment of this new moon, to be, letting go and also deeply forgiving ourselves, forgiving everything. And actually, I'll also attach to this video a prayer that I channeled on radical forgiveness. And I also did a talk on radical forgiveness that went along with that prayer. Anyway, I will put all those links here if that calls to you. So, yeah. Okay, they want to speak, so I'm going to let them speak. And then if the human brain Martha me wants to say something after I channel, I will do that. Okay, so enjoy. For any of you who haven't heard me channel before, I'm still me. I don't speak in any unusual voice or anything, and I channel whatever entities happen. I mean, they're all benevolent, they're all very, very high vibrational beings. I don't have like one particular thing I channel kind of everything. Everything, again, benevolent, in the highest good of the all that is, positive, very positive. But I never often can't really predict what I'm about to channel, and I'm like in this moment not actually sure what I'm about to channel, but here we are, and I will still be here, and I'm fully conscious. Okay. So we'll let them come through. Okay. Hello, beautiful earth light beings. So as Martha is conveying for us and for you, if this is feeling right and if it's resonating for you, this is like she's saying, a pivotal moment for so many of you, for life on earth, to be radically remembering your wholeness, to be radically just coming back home in the sense of you always are and you always have been Source itself. You always are and you always have been the wholeness of existence. Nothing else is or ever has been true and never will be true other than that reality. So in every moment, this is true, but in this moment of this new moon in Capricorn squaring the nodes of the moon with Pluto, the very end of Capricorn, among other things, it's a choice point for your soul, for your lifetime, for this moment of planet Earth, where there's been this time of forgetting, a time of sort of strange letting a forgetting take over. And now this is a time of letting the remembering take over. So it's really an allowing. It's not even a trying of a remembering. And in the energetics of this new moon, it's a support. This is really not a should. Often when there's in this world, there's a sense of, in this time, there's been a lot of messaging around shoulds. And specifically with regard to Capricorn, Saturn energy, there's been an energy of associated with shoulds and guilt and shame. And that's not what this is. This is an allowing of a remembering. It's very gentle. It's incredibly powerful, yet very gentle. It's sort of as though two sides of an ocean or a sea have parted, and now they are just gently yet powerfully coming back to the wholeness that they always are and always have been. And that is you as the one, as yourself, as a being of earth, which is wholeness also. So we invite you to, in whatever way this feels right for you, this really is a pivotal choice point moment. And if you feel it in your body, you feel it in your soul, you feel it in your being, this is resonating for you on a deep level, far beyond the words, then we would love for you to be with us in this moment and to allow this, just simply allow this choice point moment to be held for you. And we're gonna name two components. We're gonna, again, if you would like, and with your permission only, we will lead you through two main components of the opportunity of this moment, of this new moon and this time right now, and of whatever time you happen to be listening to this in, because again, this is a medicinal, vibrational, like a drop of a flower essence, a vibrational medicine kind of frequency. It's a frequency of light. It's a frequency of just vibration itself, beyond sound, but with sound of the light. So again, there are two components to this opportunity in this moment of the new moon. And the first one, like Martha was saying, is a deep soul level, so intracellular level, meaning inside the cells, and even within the subatomic particle level. There's this opportunity right now to unhook every single story from throughout existence in your own lifetime, this lifetime, through all of your existences, all of your lifetimes, throughout the entire life, the entire time space continuum, even beyond. It's kind of like if you imagine you have a house and it's time for spring cleaning. And there are some shirts hung in a closet that you have owned for 25 years or 40 years or 10 years. And you haven't worn those shirts in so long. And they're not necessarily even particularly sentimental. They just happen to be still in your closet. The shirts are sort of like these storylines that have just been sitting there. For example, let's say you had a lifetime 500 years ago where you played out a particular storyline, or there were, deep assumptions in that lifetime that you chose or that you agreed for whatever reason to play out. And maybe some of the aspects of those storylines were even beautiful, even helpful, even joyous or loving. And maybe some of them were filled with trauma or tragedy or difficulty. And yet those storylines are over. They're not ones that you need to hang on to. And so it's like you get a chance right now to be going through your house, through your closet, and just donating all those shirts back to the light. Anything and everything that's just not in ultimate, highest, radical alignment. An ultimate, highest, radical good of yourself, of the all that is. You can just take them off the hook, literally in that closet, and hand them up to the light. You can say, thank you so much to the shirts. Thank you so much for letting me wear these, enjoy them. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the growth, the healing that has maybe occurred in the wearing of those shirts. And then maybe there's also a grieving or an anger that might come up, or any other emotions. As you're letting go of those shirts, maybe remembering or feeling pain associated with them or trauma. And yet they're just shirts. You can hand them back. You can donate them straight back into the light. which is where they're from, which is where you're from, which is the all that is. Just let it all go. And you can feel that unhooking happening anywhere and everywhere in your whole being. There might be stories attached to them, and there might not. On the ultimate level, the story most of the time doesn't matter. It's about the energetic of the letting go, not so much about necessarily knowing what the shirt is about or was or what story goes with it. It doesn't need a story, it just can feel it all. Anything and everything that's not of your ultimate radical highest good in this moment, in any given moment, and the highest good of the all that is, just feel it all unhooking in your brain, in your brain stem, in your spine, in your legs, in your knees, in your feet, in your toes, in your pelvic area, your reproductive organs, in your solar plexus, your stomach, your intestines, your heart, your stomach, your diaphragm, your liver, your kidneys, your spleen, your gallbladder, every single gland, every single organ, your heart, your lungs, your pericardium, your ribs, all your bones, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your neck, your throat, your face, your head, your entire brain, your third eye, your pineal gland, the crown of your head, every chakra between the crown of your head and the center, the heart of Source itself, and all the way down into the center, the heart of the earth itself, connecting you into this oneness, this wholeness. Just feel those hooks flying straight back into Source, one after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. No longer needed. Most of us have had eons and eons and eons of lifetimes on this planet, in other planets, star systems, in infinite dimensions, infinite places throughout the whole time-space continuum. And we can just let every single one of those storylines that are no longer needed, just let them all go back into Source. So our bodies, our beings in this moment and in every moment are free to be complete and whole and completely, totally, fully present here and now. So that our cellular bodies can breathe, can be completely infused with the light, infused with pure, beautiful life force energy of the all that is us. That is the ultimate truth, the ultimate wholeness, the ultimate oneness of the all that is in each and every moment. So we mentioned that there's a part one, which is that letting go and that unhooking. That's the majority of this opportunity. And then what you can feel happening already is part two, which is when you do that letting go, then it's like those two sides of the ocean that have been parted. Then the water again, very gently, yet very powerfully, can simply come back to the one, which is you, the true oneness and wholeness of life. That is you, of the divine. That is you, of source. That is you, and uniquely you. And we'll give you a moment to just let that sink in. If you're watching this recording and you want to pause to give yourself more time to be with this, certainly feel free. Just feel that letting go maybe still happening, or the wholeness returning, completing. So it is. Amen. And we invite you also now in this state of being, in the sense of wholeness, what it is to be earth as whole, complete. Just gently yet powerfully held. This is a healthy, strong, true reality of Capricorn Saturn energy. In this place, if it feels right, if you feel called, you can set an intention for this new moon, for this cycle. And again, certainly if you're listening to this on or around January 11th, 2024, this will be in sync with the current new moon and the current lunar cycle, but you really can set this intention any time, because there is no time, there is no space, and cycles are always beginning and always ending. And if you feel called to do this here and now, whenever it happens to be, then perfect. We're here supporting you to do that. So you can, if you feel called, take a moment to drop in and feel what's alive for you in this moment. Set an intention. What arises for you? The intention you want to send into the energetic of the sun and the moon, both being in the part of the sky that from Earth we perceive as 20 degrees of Capricorn, and they're being squared by the nodes of the moon. So this is actually a midpoint of the eclipse cycles also. So we had eclipses in October of 2023. We're going to have an eclipse on March 25th and April 8th of 2024. And this new moon is a midpoint between those two sets of eclipses. So it's extremely powerful, especially with Pluto in the dance. And you can imagine, just release whatever your intention is in the highest good, ultimate radical highest good of you, yourself, and the ultimate radical highest good of the all that is. Just let that intention release into the energetic of this new moon, being held in the arms of certainly of the divine, but also of the nodes of the moon themselves, and in concert with the energetic of Pluto holding the space too. Just about to enter Aquarius for the second time. I think to move our world, ourselves, in concert with us into a new way of being. Set that intention. And bless it in concert with the earth and the cosmos, the divine and the all that is. And so it is. Amen. Thank you all so much for being here. New moon blessings to you. Okay. And then to come back to your body, your being, you can, if it feels right, rub your hands on your arms, rub your hands on your legs, bring your hands to your heart. Release anything and everything that is not in your ultimate radical highest good in this moment, in any given moment, and in the highest good, ultimate radical highest good of the all that is. And let's seal in anything and everything that is of your ultimate radical highest good and in the ultimate radical highest good of the all that is. And I, again, especially emphasize that all of this is done with the intention of incredible divinely guided power and strength, and yet with deep, incredible gentleness and easefulness for you, for me, for the all that is. And so it is. Amen. Okay. Thank you for joining me for that. Yeah, so that's what wanted to come through. And I would love to hear anything you want to share, anything that arose for you. I'd love to hear in the comments. And this also felt really pivotal, really important. I mean, just for all of everything in general, but I also felt really pivotal for the upcoming ultimate divine blueprint series that I'm holding that starts next Friday, January 19th. So for those of you who are already signed up, I'm going to be sending you this video. You might see it anyway, but I'm going to send it to you because it felt like when I was in my prayers this morning, it felt like there's something really key. It was almost like I almost wished we had started today on that journey, and I got told, no, you didn't need to start today. Just this video needs to be made for everybody, for everything, for on the YouTube channel, so it's just available publicly for free. And so it's a prayer, it's a hope that whoever you happen to be, who, you know, anybody who's listening to this who needs it, I hope that it's a gift and it can really be that unhooking and blessing and releasing into this new time that we're moving into, in whatever way is exactly right for you. And then if it feels like it's also kind of an initiation into something more, then definitely please join us for this Ultimate Divine Blueprint series, and I'll put the link with this video here. So again, it's starting next Friday, January 19th. It's going to be a 12-month series, and I've spoken about it in a lot of other videos. I just made a video the other day about Ultimate Divine Blueprint, just that concept in general, and how I'm feeling it so the opportunity for that so powerfully and so strongly in our own being, very similar to what I just channeled, but also with regard to how we approach life, how we approach everything, and our conception of everything changing as we start changing, including our conception of astrology. And so I talk a lot in that video about all of that. Yeah, and that's related also to the astrology course that I'm teaching that starts on February 1st. So I won't go into that here, but all of that is starting soon. And if this, you know, if this is sparking something in you, I have a lot of you write to me or have a session with me or something and say that some of you are very, very, very aware on an energy level, any energy body level, and things will just spark in you as you're hearing my videos, which is amazing and fascinating to me. I mean, I love it. That's one of my favorite things lately is several of you have said that kind of thing to me. More and more and more people are saying that. And I think, you know, there are a lot of different types of people I'm meant to be supporting right now, but I think it's especially this Divine Blueprint Awakening Journey series is especially for those of you who are highly attuned energetically to yourselves and to life. It's for any of you who feel called. I mean, certainly, but for those of you who are the kind of person who's particularly aware on that level, that's who seems to be really drawn to this series. And I think that it's the more I feel into it and the more I talk to people who have already joined, the feeling I'm actually getting about it is that I'm starting to get the sense that the group of people doing it in the series itself, I think might end up being kind of like a medicinal change agent for the collective. Like, I mean, certainly for ourselves individually, for those of you who feel called to be there, certainly it would be about healing for you. Definitely, that's, you know, number one priority. But I'm also getting that I think because the people who are joining are so attuned in your own being, that it's really has the potential to, in its own way, change the world, you know, not to be grandiose about it. That's not what I mean, but just when we start on that deep energetic level, especially as a group, I'm just getting it like that. I think there's a lot more going on with the intention. The spirit world is holding the whole thing, right? And it's all going to be channeled. So, um, I get it. There's a lot more behind it. The Divine Blueprint of the Ultimate Divine Blueprint series, I think, has a life of its own. And yeah, I'm just super excited and very honored to be getting to host it and and to be with those of you who feel called to be there. So I think it's gonna be really, really unusual and very special. Um, yeah, yeah, wonderful. And the astrology course too, both. But the Divine Blueprint starts next Friday, so it's my energy is really like getting it. I'm getting very it's like starting to click into me energetically, and this new moon is a really pivotal moment in that click. So I hope you enjoyed. All of you have enjoyed, whether or not you feel called to be part of either of those series. And if you're unsure, if you feel like maybe you want to be there, but you're not quite sure, obviously, for sure, you can contact me, livingtheonelight@gmail.com. I'm happy to help you feel into whether it's right for you, and answer any questions. And yeah, all right. Thank you so much for being here with me. Again, I would love to, if you enjoyed this, click like, comment. That helps me to know what's resonating and not resonating, and what I should do more of or less of, or all those things. I really appreciate it a lot. So thank you again. New moon blessings. I truly, truly hope this feels healing, deeply healing, and deeply helpful for you, whatever that means for you. Okay. Thank you. See you soon.